Kevin, if you could, or you wouldn't mind, could you tell us a little bit about the conception of the film, how you came up with the screenplay? I mean, certainly there are social, economic, and political influences and discussions that we have about the film too, but can you start a little bit about conception, how you came to this idea?
Sure. Actually, I wrote the screenplay, about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And, excuse me, I'm kind of fighting cold here a little bit. Spike, when I made this film called CSA, Confederate States of America, and Spike presented that film. And at that time, he asked me if I had any other screenplays, and at that time, Chirac was called Gotta Give It Up. So he read the script, he really liked it, really loved it. We tried to get it made like 15 years ago. Went to every studio in Hollywood, got turned down by everybody, but DreamWorks. So we did 2 readings for DreamWorks, and at that time, Jennifer Lopez was going to be Liz Estrada. But she made this movie called Geely.
It's a big hit, I think.
Big hit.
Yeah.
So I was into that.
Okay.
And so the movie never happened. And a couple years ago, Spike called me and said, "Do you still have that script?" I said, "Yes, I still got it." He said, "Well, let's set it in Chicago and call it Chirac." So we went to Chicago, and we really embraced the problem there. And, really just, met with Father Michael Flager, who John Cusack basically plays in the film. Father Flager that's his church in the film, Saints Divided Church, and great leader. He's been involved with civil rights and with, fighting, gangs, for, 20 years or something more. And so we really embraced, the problems with Chicago. The women you see at the end of the film, that come out with the photographs of those are a group called Purpose Over Pain. And I'd written that in the script originally, but I based it on the mothers of the Plaza de Mayo in Argentina. And those mothers were protesting their children who the government had disappeared and murdered, assassinated. And so it was amazing that we go to Chicago and that group actually exists in Chicago. And so we embraced that. We really just embraced all the specifics of the problem in Chicago, slang, the people that are, the big speech that Cusack gives in the church at the funeral. That was based on actual speeches, homilies that Father Flager had actually given. So we just really embraced the whole specifics of the Chicago problem and tried to be, took what was originally kind of a universal story, based on Liz Estrada. I was in that play. It was really kind of the first play I was in undergrad about 120 years ago. And, when I was in that play, it was like, one of the first plays I'd ever really been in. And I said to myself, man, the language of this play sounds like black folks, sounds like spoken word and rap and all of that. And so that's why the verse is still in the film as well, because it just seemed like such a beautiful thing that Aristophanes did in 411 BC. And the play is about war, trying to stop the men from going to war, and it seems like, there's a war going on in all our major cities as well. So,
absolutely. Certainly, I think that when you look at the film, there's an element of fantastic to the film. But at the same time, I think that one of the things that you do so well as a filmmaker is that you blend those actual histories, into the stories. And so there are lots of things that are actually real or certainly parallels. Can you talk about a little bit about the importance of doing that, or why that is that you approach these films that way?
Sure. Well, the whole idea with satire is to it gives you a vehicle to really address things and to talk about things almost directly. And by kind of, the only way I can be funny is I have to be serious. So when I'm serious, then I can be funny. And the whole mixture of being deadly serious about something and then going to something that's humorous. They're not jokes, but we make fun of the absurdity of certain things. And God knows that the situation in really every major American city with gun violence is just absurd, it's just insane. So, you know, a way to kind of, I like to say, a way to really give the audience and really the citizens of the country a means to take ownership of it is to really kind of try to expose its absurdity. You know, I just kind of feel like, you know, we're at this point now with gun violence in the country, with urban gun violence in this specific situation anyways, but just gun violence period, that you really can't make a dramatic movie about this anymore without young people that are involved in this kind of activity kind of romanticizing it and kind of glorifying it and kind of wanting to be part of it in a way. You know, young men with guns, the worst thing about guns is it's so damn cool. It's the worst thing about guns. And young men, I was attracted to them. You know, we're attracted to guns. And we think guns are really cool, and they are really cool. And there's a lot of messed up stuff that comes with that. And one of the things I really love about the film is we make fun of all of those guys. We make fun of guns, and we make fun of guys with guns. I really love what Wesley Snipes did with just kind of almost making fun of guys he's played in other movies. And just kind of divorcing the masculinity part of guns and you know, that machismo kind of stature, just to kind of removing all of that and making fun of it, kind of exposing it for the ignorance that it really kind of is.